A wonderful meditation. Just
you're on mute, Prasanna.
Yeah. I took it out. Okay. Thank you for wonderful meditation. Let us dwell our the practice session of understanding mind. We have learned the concepts, various concepts. We have learned various concepts, but we are also learning the concepts of how we can practice in our daily life. In the last class, what is the 46th quotation that we have? Transforming from the base, right? So we learn how we can transform from the base. And this session is, the book itself is there, entire book itself is there for this verse itself. That is the present moment. The whole thing is the power of now. If you read the book, Power of Now, the whole book was written on this particular topic. So we will see in one session at least the present moment, what is the present moment and how to stay it right. So let me bring my slides to you. Share my screen. Okay. Slideshow. Okay. 47th. The present moment contains past and future. The secret of transformation is in the way we handle every moment. So when we are thinking about transformation, or when we are thinking about how we can practice this mindfulness or understanding or whatever it is in the present moment that we are talking about today, the present moment contains past and future. So the sentence may be a bit of confusing, how a present moment can be contains the past and future. And what is the secret of transformation is the way that how you handle the current moment. That's a thing. I'll give you a because before we go further, dwell into the wisdom, I'll give you a very daily life example, how the present moment will contain the past and future. Okay. Suppose today morning you woke up, you had a very good day. You had a very good morning and we had everything was pleasantly happening. You did your meditation, you did your yoga, or you had your walk. You spend some time with the nature, you got ready and you are going to the office or you are going to go somewhere. Okay. So when that is happening, you were struck up in the traffic. Okay. So what will happen? When you are everything from the morning, you are doing all right and whatever that you are supposed to do, you have done it. So when you stuck in the traffic, you will switch on your radio or your whatever your playlist and you will try to listen some music, enjoy it, isn't it? Happily, because at that moment, you can't do anything. You can't go and hit the car or you can't fly like movies. You have to stay in the road until the traffic gets cleared. So instead of wasting time on something else, you will be doing things that you like it. Or you maybe pick up a call and talking to someone whom your pending list is there, whatever. So each person will do something that is interesting to them or something that they wanted to do it. Instead of frustrating. Okay. The other way, if the present moment means if you had a very bad day and you got up with a frustration and you couldn't get up and you didn't do your meditation or you didn't do something whatever that you wanted to do it, or you don't have that day breakfast because you are getting late to office, you didn't have your breakfast and you were in hurry mode and you went to you hit the road and you end up with this traffic. So you already missed your breakfast, you already missed other things because you were hurry for your office or whatever the appointment or whatever it is. But there you saw the traffic is there. How do you feel? Will you be able to feel that, oh, relax, let me use the music, or you will get frustrated at that moment because you already started your day with some kind of hurriness, some kind of frustration. So that moment you will be in frustrated moment. So when you're frustrated at that moment and you are frustratedly driving that time, there is a pretty chances that you may hit the car, or you'll have some rupture kind of thing that day. Or with the frustration, when you go to that appointment or an office or whatever, that frustration you'll tend to show on the other places, isn't it? And when you go relax music and all the things, and when you go, you tend to greet them coolly. And so here, if you see that present moment, if I take a one incident that you struck in the traffic as a present moment, it is containing how your day was started that day, and it is also containing how you are going to spend the day, isn't it? If I just take that particular instance. So that present moment is having the past, how you started the day, and the future, how you are going to spend the day. So always the secret of the transformation is how you are going to handle this particular moment, whether you get frustrated or whether you are going to handle it smoothly, whether you are going to utilize the time smoothly. This one example. I think you would have understood that what author is trying to tell in this. The present moment is containing past and future. It is shaped up by the past as well as future when we deep delve into the concept. Okay, let us see. So the present moment is having both past and future. One contains all. One contains all. So time contains space. Time contains space. When we contact with the present moment, when you are intact, when you are mindful in the present moment, we are intact with all the time. We are in contact with all the time. We are in contact with past and we are in contact with future, because you are able to stay cool at this moment because your past is cool. You are not hurried, or you're not worried about something. Because you are able to handle coolly, peacefully that present traffic jam, you are able to handle the day coolly and smoothly. Time contains the space. Similarly, the time also contains the present moment also contains this place for all other places. The present moment contains this place, past and future. It is containing all other places. Standing on the earth's surface. So here, standing on the earth's surface, actually, you are dwelling the past moment. The ground under your feet is boundless. You are just putting the ground under your feet. You have a boundless. Suppose if you are standing on Paris, if you are standing on the Paris, you can see the whole Europe. Because when you are in the mountain kind of thing, when you are in the height place, you can see the whole Europe, isn't it? That is, you are likewise, when you are standing in the present moment, you can see the whole life. That's what he is saying. When you are remain firmly and solidly in the present moment, when you are remain standing solidly and steadily on the present moment, you can also standing in Asia, you can standing in Africa, you can stand the whole earth. You are able to, when you are steadily, you can able. Suppose the people, NRIs who are actually living in US, we are handling the two worlds simultaneously. We know what is happening every day. What is the time now in India? Like that, you can tell what is happening, what's going on here and there, right? So if you can stand on one point, you are able to see, or you are able to, the whole dwell thing, you are able to see. The present moment, when we are able to touch the whole world, and means the whole universe. When you are in the present moment, the whole world and whole universe can be touched from the present moment. Here he is touch based upon the two psychologist things. How we handle the present moment is the key of transforming our suffering. Suppose there are people who always talk about their sufferings. Talk about their sufferings means they are living that particular suffering moment again and again and again. The suffering might have happened just once. Suffering might so and so. Oh, when I'm 10 years old, I had some nasty thing happen to me. Okay. If you are actually reminding that again and again and again, you are living that moment again and again and again. So are you living in the present moment in that time? In that case, you are not. You are not living in the present moment. You are living in the past moment, isn't it? Past moment. So you are missing the present moment in this. So this is the one actually Buddhism concepts also tell. The Buddhism concepts tells how you're transforming the suffering is transform, live in the present moment, be mindful. That's what they are saying. That's about the Buddhism concepts. So what is the Western approach? So Western has a different approach, right? So Western, we can say all our psychoanalysis, right? So here in the Western approach, you are seeing that there are so much psychoanalysis is going on here. So what they say is this psychoanalysis works. They will open the door for past and touching what happened there. Suppose if you are suffering now, suppose if I say that I'm frustrated now in the traffic jam, what happened to me in the past? What happened to me in the morning? Morning something happened. What causes that? So they are actually tracking back. Instead of staying in this moment, they're tracking back. Okay. Suffering. So, and they found out suffering is nothing but unresolved conflicts or unresolved tendencies within us. There is a unresolved tendencies because that is causing you the problem. That's causing you the suffering. So there is an internal knots. That's what we learned, right? In 44th or something. There are internal knots are there like anger, hatred, fear, anxiety. So these are all the internal knots that are there from your childhood, have been in your mind from the childhood because our consciousness mind was unable to bear this pain and these conflicts that they were occurring. It buried them deeply into our unconscious, very unconsciously it was there in your unconscious mind. That because of that kind of thing, you are actually suffering. These anxieties, right? Ever since our conscious mind has tried to keep these unbearable anxieties from entering into our territory. So our territories, we are actually unbearably, these conditions are coming up. So these painful memories are remain in unconscious. Suppose at the age of 10, something has happened and that particular thing will be there in your mind forever, and that is there because that you are replaying in your thing, and that is went and sit in your unconscious mind. Okay, always looking the ways to surface. So they're always, so they emerge whenever some hit, some trigger, some incident was triggered. You may bring that up. Or your mind is bringing that up. So that comes to the surface, and it's surprise to you. It seems to be, you seem that, oh, why this situation has triggering me so much anger. This is nothing. It's not the thing. It is not that situation has brought you the anger. This situation triggered something there which is stored in your unconscious mind, which happened like when you are at 10, maybe the 10 years back or 20 years back or whatever it is. Because that particular incident is sitting in your mind forever and ever. Because of that, you are actually getting frustrated. You are actually getting this particular small incident is triggering so much into that. The lack of peace, joy in the unconscious mind leads to the abnormal outward expressions. So when there is no joy, when there is no peace, so whenever something is leading, some problem comes, right, you feel so abnormally. You feel so outward expressions. I know a girl, a person who lost the job. Okay. When she lost the job, she was so much frustrated. So because in US, losing a job is very, very kind of normal, right? So but we need not, because after having like 10, 15 years of experience or 20 years of experience, we shouldn't feel so bad because you have seen that kind of occurrences so much. You should try hard and get into that. But this girl is feeling so bad. Something is happening. So when it was dwelled into the thing, why the situation is triggering this, it is not about losing of a job is triggering that girl a very horrible thing. That's not the one which is creating the depression or anything. She was brought up, or she was brought up in an environment where that environment, so the father or a brother, whoever said that, she said, right, oh, you don't have any, because she saw bringing up mother is not working, or the sister-in-law is not working something. So they are saying that, oh, you are fit for nothing. You don't do anything. You are an housewife, that kind of thing, right? So when it was doing, she fixed in her mind, oh, I should not be like that. I should always earn my money. I should always be independent. So because of that, even though after 10, 15, 20 years of experience also, when this job layoff or something, but whenever it happened, right, she couldn't take it, because her mind, in the subconscious mind, it was stored that if you don't have financial independence, or if you don't have a job, then you will be looked down. So somebody will say something, because that is the kind of suffering that she has saw as a kid, and it was stored in her subconscious mind. So here, if you take in the present moment, losing a job is not the one that it was triggering. Rather, it was triggering that the subconscious mind, the suffering that she has seen to her mother or sister-in-law or to neighbors or whatever it is, that's the one which is triggering, which is giving a lot of pain. If she or he is living in the present moment, what they will say, it is happening to anybody. It happened to me today. That's okay. Let me try hard. So that is the power of being present moment. So whenever you are being in the present moment, you will not remember all the things. You will not store all these things. Instead, you will be living in the present moment. You'll try to explore more opportunities. You'll try to learn something. You'll try to utilize your time in a more beneficial way. That's how it should happen. Western has a different approach. So Westerns, what they are saying, your current suffering is the past. That like I said right now, right? So the past, it is the door opening the past and touching what happened there. You are opening the door, the past, and going and touching what is happening there. Suffering is due to the unresolved approach. Okay, here he started talking about the Freud. You all know he's a psychologist, right? Freud, and some say his psychology is not a great idea, and some say whatever, but he has the pioneer kind of thing. Freud proposed that when we shine the light of the conscious mind into the dark corners of unconscious mind, our psychological sickness slowly lessens. So what he is saying is, he proposed to show the light of the conscious mind. So we have a conscious mind, we have a subconscious mind, we have an unconscious mind, right? So when you show that light, maybe that knowledge or anything, the light on the unconscious mind, what will happen is, it will slowly, that sickness will slowly, whatever the thing, right? Psychological sickness will slowly lessens, because you are storing something in your unconscious mind. Because of that, you are sad in the present moment. So if you can remove that from your unconscious mind, or if you can throw some light on that unconscious mind, suppose whenever you're like we say, we do that, right? In the Anapanasati, we will see, we clasp your hands and we sit like this. You are showing all the things, but even though I'm doing, my mind is going somewhere. So then I'll bring back my, okay, no, don't go. Keep it in my in breath and out breath. To be with this in breath and out breath only. Anapana sati, to be with. So always do that. So what Buddha says, when you are actually with the breath, you will not be with something else. So you will not be able to get the thought. Similarly, here what he is trying to say is, whenever your mind is going, right? So you put some light. Okay, that's the past. That happened sometime back. It happened 10 years back. Something happened to me. It will not affect me now. Throw some light. That's not the present moment. The present moment is happy. So suppose, even that's the present moment example, right? The future moment example I'll give. Suppose you have your car, you have your job, and you have your house. Okay, people still will be worried. Why? Oh, my friend of the same age, he came fast and he bought 2 homes. He got the car which is more luxury than me. Okay, you have started living in the future. There's 2 things here, comparison and living in the future. I wanted to get one more car. So you are losing that present moment. You already have a comfortable life with a car and a home. You can enjoy the present moment. You can still work hard and get the things, but you forgetting, or you are actually not living in the present moment. In that case, you are losing that present moment by living in the future. So either you are living in the past or living in the future, what will happen? So you should always, whenever you're, okay, he got it, I will get in some other day. That's a future thing. So let me focus on today. Today, I worked hard. Let me go spend time with the kids, or spend time with the hobby that I have it, or do something that is interesting to me. And weekend, let me plan something, be in the nature, enjoy it. Whatever that you wanted to do it. So if you are in the present moment and still planning for the future, you can be happy. Okay. This methodology, right? Whatever the methodology that he developed, right? So what is that he developed is for a patient. So he is a patient, sit or a lie down. So this is what the psychologist will do it, right? So we'll ask the patient to sit or a lie down in a comfortable couch. Well, there will be an analyst to sits behind him. So this patient cannot see that analyst. Okay, there won't be any image of this analyst. So he'll sit behind him, and patient, because if he may feel embarrassed, right? So the patient, the doctor, the psychologist will sit behind, and so that he will not get embarrassed, or his image will not come to his mind. Okay, the patient is laying down and relaxed with his arms on his sides. Okay, slowly allowing his brain to freedom and make images. So he brain calm down, and the kind of yoga nidra you go. So whatever that is image occurring to him, he will tell the analyst. Then he will say, "Oh, slowly take a breath and see what you are actually what you are actually seeing." Then that guy will tell some image, something, or other thing, right? Whatever the thing. From that, the analyst will encourage. Okay, oh, you are there. Still go back. Okay, after that, still go back to the 5 more years. What is happening that time? Still go back. So something like regression therapies, all these things are based on these conditions, right? Based on this kind of therapies. So he will speakly. So a patient talks about his childhood. Suppose he went in childhood. So he will have some images of playing that game or this game with neighbors or whatever it is. Then the unconscious mind. So it was there something in the unconscious mind. So he's stopping. He started talking about it. The analyst, whoever is actually doing it, the psychoanalyst, he will ask appropriate questions. Oh, you are there. What game you are playing? Who are there around you? So something like that. So he's slowly bringing this mind to the unconscious mind, and he's speaking up. The patient is speaking out. The analyst may also ask his patient to tell about your recent dream. So what is your recent dream? What in the dream, what had happened? Did you count anything, or did you do anything? So what is that painful thing that has happened in your dream? Do you have any awkward moment in this dream? All these things, the questions, may well-trained analyst will ask the questions, and then according to the answers, he will break. So this patient, he will get some images. So based on the images, he'll try to talk. The patient's consciousness, he will just talk whatever that is come to his unconscious mind, from the unconscious mind. This is an essential process, that the patient will be relaxed and he will tell whatever that it comes to the analyst, because he has a confidence, because whenever you go to the doctor, you had a confidence that doctor will heal. Similarly, whenever a person go to the psychologist, he will confident that the psychologist will take care of me. He'll bring what is the cause for suffering within me, something, some belief, some trust is there. So because that trust is there, he will just easily go into the drift into the things, and he'll tell. This might sound easy, right? Because, oh, it's go relax. And it's not easy, that because thoughts and images are often appear in the mind, but we don't have courage to say out loud. There will be so many thoughts may come, but you may not have the courage to say out loud. When we talk, usually we edit ourselves, because when we are talking to the public, we edit ourselves unconsciously or subconsciously or consciously edit. You will not tell all the things. You will have 100 weird thoughts will come. Do you express all thoughts? You will not express. You will say, oh, people may judge you, people may do that. So you will say very cropping up all your thoughts. You will say only few things. It's you edit. We have the confidence. So, but here in the analyst, when you go, right, you will just give whatever that comes, because you are in the closed environment. You, an analyst, is only there. You didn't even see the analyst, and he's asking questions. He's trying to delve into the thing. So you are very in a relaxed mode. So you can tell, you can, all the truth will come out. Whatever the images are coming, you are just telling it, because you are taken into that subconscious and unconscious mind. The more we tell, the more material the analyst will try to help, and will try to delve into the unconscious mind. What happened that time, it will take. Okay, he is the one, the Freud is the one first Western psychologist who invented, who discovered there is an unconscious mind within you. In the unconscious mind, you are storing the images, all the things was said by this, what are told by this Freud. The influence of the discovery of the literature, philosophy, and psychology of the Western has been so much considerable. And Freud noticed that these people are suffering. People are suffering because of the deafness, blindness, and the paralysis. What he told, they are all these things. They're nothing to do with the physically. Physically, they're all fit. Deafness is coming because they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear something. They don't want to see something. They don't want to feel something. So because of this dumbness, blindness, and paralysis is happening. It's nothing wrong with the physically, their optic nerves or motor nerves or oral nerve systems. Nothing is wrong. He tried to hypnotize. He'll try to hypnotize and found the patients could say the things that they were unable to recall. What is that state? What is the state? What is they found in that hypnotic state, right? There are sometimes they will get it, sometimes they themselves will forget. So the Freud concluded the physical symptoms of illness will arise from where? The physical symptoms of mind will arise from where? I need an answer from you guys. Anyone, please, don't disappoint me. The physical symptoms of illness or the sickness, the diseases are coming from where? Chat window is free.
Past. From our
Past.
mind. From our mind.
Who told? From our mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lakshmi.
That's Lakshmi Gar. Yes, that's from our mind. Past means if you are remembering, if you are dwelling, it may come. But from where you are dwelling, the moment has happened 10 years back. But where that moment is living in your mind, if you forget that mind, you will not remember. So everything is happening from your mind only. Okay, your mind only, these things are happening. If your mind want to see, if your mind want to do something at any cost, you will be able to do it. If your mind do not want to do it, you will not be able to do it. That's as simple as that. Remember that. Your mind is the key. So this illness is coming. So discovery of this leads to the unconscious. So every physical disorder is coming from your mind. So he started discovering about the unconscious mind. Okay. So for sometimes if the 5-6 years old is deaf because he might have heard so many things that he don't want to hear. 1 second. How much is the time? Give me a minute. Sorry. Okay, sorry. So everything is in your mind. So 5-6 years old, he was unable to bear some suffering. When he is as a child, right? He was unable to bear some suffering. He don't want to listen to the conversations that is happened between his parents. They were so horrible. So when he blocked himself, when he blocked the mind himself, he say that he'll become deaf eventually. Similarly, when a person don't want to see these things, he may because even though the physically everything is white, he may become blind. A person's hand is paralyzed to use paralyzed because that he might have used that particular that hand for something or he might have seen somebody using that hand for unethical things. By seeing that, he may feel something bad in his mind, and he may feel some bad things in his mind, and then his hand may get paralyzed. So the psychoanalysis aims uncovering your buried knowledge, whatever the knowledge, the buried knowledge in the past, and explain our present suffering. So this Western philosophy is trying to dwell your mind in the past and trying to explain the present moment why you are suffering. It is emphasizing your past is the key to the present. Because of your past, the present moment is happening. So that is the Freud's theory. Okay. Next, there is a theory came into the humanistic theory by Carl Rogers. Okay. Did I show that? Yeah, next one is humanistic psychology by the Carl Rogers. So he is leading. He has a thing. He is also a Western philosophy. We do not need, he says that we do not need to dwell into the past. What is happening if you are dwell into the past and this is the reason of the present thing, then again, this present will become past for a few days later. And again, whenever you are suffering, that will become again, the future will be the thing. So you will be in the loop when you are saying, right? So humanistic approach, what he is saying is, you need not go back to the past, show or dwell on the present moment itself. So mindfulness here comes into the picture. So here we should give primary importance to the present instead of past. We should always give the importance to the present moment. So dwell in this particular moment. When there is a feeling, we should give our attention to that feeling. Suppose you feel jealous, focus completely on the feeling of jealous, why you got that feeling, why you are feeling that thing. So jealous, why I'm feeling that jealous? Oh, somebody bought something, am I feeling jealous? Somebody got into the something, some good job, why am I feeling jealous? What is that is happening? Suppose if I'm feeling a jealous, do I need it? Do I need it? Do I aim for it actually? Did I aim for it? Then why I'm feeling bad? You never aim for it. Your friend aimed for something. He got it. He or she got it. But you're feeling bad because she got it. Is there any correlation when you never aimed for it? What is the point? I'll just give one story. You must have heard in the past things also, right? So there is something they said like there is a prayer. So everybody is going for everybody is going. They're saying that there is a Amrutam has coming up. The nectar is coming up. So everybody asked to go out to drink it. So everybody went. But one boy, small boy, he took this much vessel, this big vessel he took and went. Okay. Everybody went for it. Everybody got this because when the nectar is coming, everybody started giving like this. So they must have a drink like this and again they can store how much ever they can store. This boy put the vessel. He got that vessel full of nectar. Everybody started feeling jealous about that boy. Did you have an equal chance that you also can bring the vessel? Nobody stopped you. You didn't get it. That's your problem. Why are you feeling jealous about that boy? You might be feeling, oh, entire family is getting it. I didn't get it. I just eat it. I didn't get it. It's your problem, right? Similarly, in our lives, we will not be trying in the thing because that's why when you dwell into your feeling, what is that it's causing jealous? What is that it is causing anger? If traffic is causing you anger, is that really the traffic is causing anger? Do I have any control on that? When I hit the road in a traffic hours, the traffic is obvious. Why I'm getting anger? Why I'm actually yelling at the other guy? What he can do it? So if you're living in the present moment, you can able to dwell in that feeling and you can resolve it. Okay. Oh, traffic, I cannot control it. Okay. Let me use this time to listen some good music. Oh, I wanted to listen some video yesterday. Let me listen to that now. So you can make use of that time in a different way. When there is a feeling, you should recognize that feeling. You should accept that feeling. You should focus your attention to that feeling rather than why it started. Did I start the morning that way, this way? Forget it. Just live in that moment. We should use the raw materials of the conscious mind. Use the raw materials of your conscious mind. Present moment, you have your conscious mind. Use the raw materials of the conscious mind instead of raw materials of unconscious mind. Somewhere it is there. Don't dwell there and try to use the raw materials of unconscious mind. Use the raw materials of conscious mind. The fourth point, we should assume the immediate responsibility for whatever arises in the sphere of our feelings. We should assume immediate, some feeling is coming up, assume the no, I'm not like that. Don't say that. Assume the immediate responsibility that you are feeling jealous, you are feeling anger. First, accept it. And from that, whatever that it is arising that from that feeling, you try to observe, accept it, then you'll find this resolution. If we give our attention to making our life peaceful and joyful now, quite naturally, our illness will lessen. Lessen. Okay. So if we are giving our attention to make our life peaceful, so we have to make our life peaceful. Suppose some traffic, so remember some joke, call to a friend and remember your college days, enjoy, because instead of dwelling onto all the unpleasant things, you can also dwell on the present things. See, suppose you go to a person who is actually some of your friend got a cancer. You went there and to talk to them. People normal. Oh, that friend also got a cancer, similar kind. He passed away in 3 months. The other guy, he got it. He did some chemo done. So if you start talking about all these negative things, what will happen? So you are making an attention, right? So that particular thing also, that guy also, so that person's other person, your cancer may be different. You can win that cancer also with your mind. Nothing happened to me. I'm very joyful. We have seen so many cases, people who with their means willpower, they could cure many things. So this is, your illness will lessen when you are very peaceful at this moment. So Buddhist philosophy contains both this Freud theory as well as this humanistic theory also. Mostly it follows this humanistic theory. That is, both these approaches. Buddhism says all the information in the mind of consciousness is coming from the unconscious mind. It says that there is something which is stored in the unconscious mind. It is coming from unconscious mind to the conscious mind. What is that unconscious mind he talked about here in this book? Store of consciousness. He talked about store of consciousness. Suppose you got a suffering. You are suffering something. You got an anger. Oh, you say, oh, I got an anger feeling. I'm responsible for this anger feeling. But my brother is also responsible. He didn't behave it properly. That's why he's also responsible. My sister also took a side of my brother. She didn't support me. So she is also the reason for for my anger. So what do you remember it? With all these things, it's a collective consciousness. It's not an individual consciousness. You are thinking it's a collective consciousness. You are blaming, or you are just trying to include every one of them from you into your suffering. So this is set up, or this is set up. This collective consciousness is, you are feeling that, but if you take a responsible, so when you are taking collective consciousness, you may say, oh, they're also fault, they're also at fault. You are not taking 100% responsibility of your anger. But when you take the responsibility, you 90%, how you take it only the problem. So when you take, you are the solely responsible for your anger, there itself, you can transform your anger because you are only the part of it. You're only the part of it, so you can transform. I'm suffering because of my mind, because my mind is not accepting the other person as is. I'm expecting something from her, that's why I'm suffering. Okay, I should not expect that. I will not suffer. But I'm suffering because she behaved that way. She should have behaved differently. Or my husband should have behaved differently. He would have told sorry. Why he has to do that? Then you have started expectation when you are saying that this is a collective anger, and in order to be peaceful by yourself, the other person has to change, which is not in your hands. Which suffering, the transformation is not possible with your hands. So transformation should possible with your hands when you are staying in the very present moment. Okay. So this 45 also, the Buddhists are offering the 3 methods of transforming, right? What are those 3 methods? We get in contact with what is healthy. When you are in the present moment, always get in contact with what is healthy, refreshing, beautiful in the present moment. So when you are seeing, you see what is healthy. When you are eating, eat what is healthy. When you're refreshing, you feel refreshing. See beautiful sunrise, beautiful nature in the present moment. Second, we practice mindfulness and recognize the painful feelings as there is. When something pain is coming, recognize that feeling. What is happening? When we are ready, we invite the painful feelings up into our mind, of consciousness. So we invite the painful feelings. So when the third, right, bring up that painful feelings. Why it is coming up? What is it is touching? So your mindfulness can transform. Oh, something happened in those days that is not happened in the present moment. Okay, that is the reason. So that happened 10 years back. It will never happen. Leave it. So you are bringing that painfulness to the surface and then leaving. In that way, you can be mindful. All these three methods, if you are focusing the present moment, you are focusing all these three methods in the present moment, then you'll understand the present moment is the combination of past, present, and future. So these are all the inter. They are not separate moments. They are all the inter. The present moment is already containing the past, and the way that you are handling the present moment, the future moment will be depending on. So this is the interbeing. So through this energy of mindfulness, we recognize what is happening in the present moment, and we are unable to discover its basis. So we are able to discover its basis. When you are living in the present moment, you will be able to recognize its basis. So, sorry. The thing is not done, but I couldn't make the slides up to this. Okay. When the irritation or the despair arises, something irritation is happening to you, then you have to take the responsibility. Some irritation is happening, take the responsibility. I have a great responsibility of my anger. Do not say that my sister is also there, my brother is also there. It's a collective in nature. Suffering is not the one. When suffering is a manifestation of all the people has to change in order to change yourself. But remember, 95% of your sufferings is because of your mind, because how you perceive the things. You are the responsible. You have that responsibility. Your circumstances are your responsibility. Do not blame somebody else. Do not include. You do not bring all of them. So usually our psychology, right? You think that that person is bad or something. So you'll talk to, hey, that person behave like this is bad, right? So she has to agree with you because you are bringing others also into your agreement. Then you're psychologically you feel good. Similar way, here also for a anger, you don't bring all other things into the take solely responsibility of your own things. Similarly, anything that bad happened, you try to go tell to the other persons, right? What will happen? Your pain will increase because you are reliving that thing again and again. Even though there is a pain, when somebody asks, how are you? Oh, I'm doing great. Give that kind of response. Pretend to be great. Then you can be in that moment. So always do that way. So because in this world, nobody cares about whether you are sad, what is the problem and all this, until one or two which are very close to you, which are really can understand, then you are really super good in this life for those people. But always remember, your weakness once exposed, they take it as an advantage. 99% is true. So it's a waste. You have to maintain that thing. You fake it or make it. But you fake it that you are doing so great. That present moment will make you, because you bring some happy moments into that time and then do it. That will bring you the good thing. That may bring you the good thing. The responsibility is you take that responsibility. Whatever that's happening to you is take it for you. You are responsible 90%. You are responsible for your own anger or jealous or anything. Do not blame on the others. Blaming on others is a waste of time, because you're searching for the reasons for the anger on the others. You are trying to blame. Embrace your energy with the mindfulness. Just be mindful. This anger came because of me. This jealous came because of me. I need to do. Just embrace that feeling, whatever it is coming, right? So we are all doing this from our ancestors and also the present, right? So everything is happening. The basic method of healing is to be mindful, refreshing, and beautiful things in the present moment. The basic method of healing is to mindful, refreshing, and beautiful things at the present moment. So when something is bothering you, see the sunshine, see the bright light, or see some nature and all. The present moment, what are the beautiful things? You start appreciating it instead of dwelling on the things that happened, right? This is the simplest method that can be Celebrate it. There are so many beautiful things around you. Celebrate that. Widely practice that one. It's easy to take it joy and peace for granted. Suppose you have a peaceful day. You will not say that, oh, I have a great day. You will not tell. Just observe it. In your office, you had a very peaceful. It's not that amazing or something positive. You have a peaceful day. Normal day, peaceful day. Nothing abnormal has happened. After coming up, thank God. Today was the peaceful day. I came out without any disturbance. Do you think that? But in office, some conflict happened with your colleague or with your boss or something. As soon as you go, today I have a bad day. This happened, that happened. All the things, because we are actually not focusing on the positive moments. If you are focusing on the positive, the day went normally means the day was great. Nothing bad happened to you. Tomorrow morning, you get up with a good health. You are really doing a great. Because nothing, no ailments, no aches, that ache, this ache. So you are doing really great. So that kind of thing, we have to take it. So we have to smile that beautifully with all those things, but we comply, we do the opposite way. Okay. When someone get angry, and so suppose you have beautiful day, you came out, this no news at all. But someone got angry on the school, somebody took out the knife and they cut the hand of the other. Whole school, it became a news. Similarly, somebody kills, it becomes a news. That is why so much. So somehow, make it and fake it, right? Somehow you became a celebrity. Do some weird things or do some weird reels. Somehow you became popular. So many people has to watch you or give some thumbnails. The content and this thumbnails is no way concerned, but give some because you should become a popular. That kind of thing we became, right? So all the bad things are coming to the news. Whatever good things are happening, people are not focusing. That's where the problem. So instead of doing that, focus on the good things that happened that is happening. Oh, sorry, I think I crossed the time. So I'll stop here. I'm just making a note. I couldn't complete even the first one. Did I take more examples? I'm not sure what happened. Sorry. Thank you. Questions, please. I just noticed the time is up.